So in solving multi-step equations, right, we have to do more than one step. And so what we have to do, right, is we have to do individual steps to kind of undo what is being done to the variable. All right, so take a look here. Look at the variable, right? Where is the variable? It's a. Okay, what is being done to a though? A, right? We're multiplying it by 2 and then we're subtracting 6. So we have to undo all of that. We have to undo the subtraction of the 6 and then we have to undo the multiplication. Okay, now with PEMDAS, if you have multiplication and subtraction, which one do you do first? Multiplication. When you're solving equations, it's opposite of PEMDAS. So you do subtraction and addition first, then the multiplication and division. Okay? All right. So here, all right. So to get rid of the negative 6 first, we're going to have to add 6 to both sides. So I get 2a equals 10. Then I'm going to divide by 2, a equals 5. So let's check, right? Let's check. We're going to put a back into the equation. 2 times 5 minus 6, 4. So on this side, what do I have? 10 minus 6, and then 4 equals 4. Yes. Okay, so that works. Questions? Yeah. So if it says to check your solution, yeah. Okay, but it's also a good habit because, you know, right? That's how, like, especially on tests and stuff, always go back on your work and, you know, okay? All right, so here we go. Let's do the next one. So here we go. What's the next one? Okay, what do we do first? What do you think? Subtract 7. Okay, so now stay on your toes, guys, because I might be calling on people. Okay, so when I do that, right? 8 minus 7 is 1 equals 3r. And then 7 minus 7 goes away. Okay, now I need to do something else, right? So Yahav, what do you think I do now?
To check the answer?
No, to solve for r. What's the next step?
You divide both sides by 3.
Divide both sides by 3.
So it's 1/3 equal r.
Correct. R equals 1/3. Okay, and then to check your answer, you would do 8 equals 3 times 1/3 plus 7. So let's see if this is right. We put this over 1. Okay, so a equals, what does this give me? 3 and 1/3. 1 plus 7, 8 equals 8, so that works. Okay, all right. Huh? Hurry. Okay, Lior, what do we do in this next step? Subtract 21. So t over 8 equals negative 7. Okay, what do you think I do now, Zoe?
I mean, you do times 8 on both sides.
Times 8 on both sides. So I get t equals negative 56. Okay? Okay, here. What do you all think? What do you think? I'm gonna skip the checking for now.
Well, D, right?
Yeah, D. Okay, so Jerry, what do we do on D first?
We're gonna do.
So would you do the adding 12 or multiplying by 5? L, what do you think?
Adding 12.
So
We're gonna
actually,
multiply by
we're going to
5.
multiply by 5 first. And the way in which you know that is because the 12 technically isn't alone. it's being held together in like this glue with the 5. So first you have to undo it with the 5. Yeah.
Don't you do? I did this. I can say I did.
Huh?
Like the step.
Yeah.
So you multiply
Who did you do it
by
with?
on both sides, and you get k minus 12 equals 20.
Okay, hang on. Let's do this first. So you multiply by 5, which is like the same as 5 over 1. And so now what happens is, look, this 5 and this 5 goes away. So here you have k minus 12 equals 20. Okay? So now, Zoe, what are we going to do?
Now you do plus 12 on both sides, which equals 32.
K equals 32. Okay, now, the next one is the same exact way. Okay? So what I want you to do now is the next one. Do the next one with the same exact process. I'm going to be walking around. Yes, one sec. Huh? Try it out. Okay, let's do it. Okay, good. So you're multiplying these, right? I know. So what's the 2? 32. Are you sure? What happens if you spend 2 like 50-minute blocks on something? Okay. All right. I'm seeing lots of negative 31s. That's what I got. Okay. So, so we're gonna multiply this by negative 2, right? And then like this n plus 1, right, is one entity together. Okay. So don't confuse those two. And so I multiply this by negative 2. And now these go away. So I have n plus 1 equals negative 30. And then, yes, you guys were right. I subtract minus 1. So n is negative 31.
I did negative 2.
Oh, that works. That works. That's okay. No difference. Okay. Here, it's 2/3 times d plus 1 separate. So this one we are going to subtract 1 first. So I'm going to get 2/3 d equals 4. Okay? 2/3 d equals 4. So now, Benny, what am I going to multiply by? 3 over 2. This is like what we were doing yesterday. Was it yesterday?
No.
This whole week has been crazy.
So
Oh my God, it's been crazy. 12 over 2. It's 12 over 2, which is equal to 6. Okay?
Wait, 4 times 2 is...
4 times 3 is 12.
Wait.
Okay, so this is 6. Another way that you can do it is, remember, you can always reduce. When you're multiplying fractions, you can always reduce any number from the top with any number from the bottom. So in this case, look, the 4 and the 2 are both able to be divided by 2, correct? I divide this by 2, I get a 1. I divide this by 2, I get a 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Okay. Next one. Ooh, look at this one. This is like a SAT, PSAT type question. Okay. So if you have this, and I don't know why the formatting went off like that. If you have this, x over 3 minus 5 is equal to negative 2. And then 2 equals this. So this equation has an x in it. This equation has a y in it. What we need to find is x plus y. So from the first equation, I need to find x. From the second equation, I need to find y. And then I need to add them with each other. So first, let's do the first equation. I'm just going to copy down the first equation. And then the second equation, I'm going to copy it down here. Now, you are going to go and you're going to solve these separately, two separate equations. Find x and find y. Go. Add 5. And then when you do this, okay, here's what I'm not seeing. Well, I'm seeing this in a lot of the papers, but sometimes I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing you writing the steps separately. So you do this. Now the next thing, right, write over what you have. X over 3 equals 1. No. Oh my God, sorry. We're supposed to add 5. So equals 3. Now, 3, 3. So x is 9. Here, I multiply by 3. Okay, I'm going to multiply this whole thing by 3. This whole thing by 3. So this cancels. 6 equals y minus 2 plus 2 plus 2, y equals 8. So now x plus y is 9 plus 8, 17. Okay? Okay, now go ahead and take out your calculators. All right? Okay, so here's how you check on a TI Inspire. All right? So press the on button like this. Press the on button. And then press the calculator button to the left, the red one over there. Okay, now, suppose you have to solve this equation. And suppose you solve it and you get d equals 6. Now you want to know, did I get the right answer? Well, what you want to check is 2 over 3 times 6 plus 1 equals 5. You type that into your calculator. So here we go. We do. Okay, let me show you how to do a fraction. Do control and divide, and you get a fraction. So now here we're going to do 2 over 3. 2 tab 3. Now you're in the denominator. To escape, you do tab times 6 plus 1 equals, where's the equal sign? Does anybody see the equal sign? To the very left of the 7, right under the blue button, control, equals 5. Press enter. If you did it correctly, it should say true. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So go ahead and open your calculator so you can follow along. Okay. So, all right. Now, another thing I want to show you is, so suppose you want to change a fraction into a decimal. So suppose you have, one second. Oops, not this. Sorry, guys. Okay, so suppose you have 8 over 91. And you want to change that into a fraction, right? Go to your calculator. Let's do 8 over 91. Press enter and you just get a fraction again. And you're like, thanks, calculator. I already knew that, right? But instead, here's what you can do. 8 over 91. Now do control enter. And look, now you get the decimal. Okay, let's do that again. Okay, so suppose you have 8 over 91, right? So let's do 8 divided by 91. Okay, don't press enter. Press the blue button, control enter, and it will give you the decimal. Okay, so you're going to do control enter. Okay, so you know what is a good strategy here is, first, do you see how there is negative here? I want to write that as a plus, right? So we want to do negative 1 over 4, a plus 5 equals 18.5.
What was the 5 in parentheses?
Because it was a negative. It was a minus negative 5. So I do minus 5. You're welcome. Minus 5. Negative 1 over 4a equals how much? 13.5, right? Now what am I going to multiply with? Negative 4 over 1. Negative 4 over 1. Okay. So A is... So what's a good way to do this one in your mind? So you can do 13.5 times 2, right? That's 27, and then multiply it by 2 again. Let's quickly put it in the calculator. 13.5 times negative 4, right? I get negative 54. Okay. Okay, here. Here, take a look at what we're going to do. First, I have a 0.2 here. Let's distribute this inside. Okay. So I have 0.2 times 2.4, 0.48. Right, 0.48x minus. Somebody tell me what you get for that one. 1.42 equals 12.8. So now we're going to do the next one by hand. So listen, plus 1.42 plus 1.42. Let's remember how to do this, okay? Here, for the 42, I have 2 decimal places. I add a 0 as a placeholder. And so now, if I add all this, right, I get 0.48x is equal to, let's add this. 0 plus 2 is 2. 8 plus 4 is 12. I carry the 1. 2 plus 1 is 4. There is a point here, 4, and then 1. Do you see how I did it without a calculator? Now, divide by 0.48. Divide by 0.48. Let's put that in the calculator. So let's see. We're going to go on the calculator. We're going to do 14.22 divided by 0.48. Enter. 29.625. Okay? Questions? No? No questions? Okay. All right. So now you learned a couple of things. How to check if an answer is correct with the calculator. So you can use it on the homework if you're not sure. But this is what we did today. So you have to do your homework for next class. Okay?
Wait, next class